got another thing to say here. I'm gonna go off of this little phrase, and it is that I will not go after money. I will go after what truly matters to me and trust that the money will be there. So, most of us, our main focus is going after money. We make that the main priority. Understandably so. But what I'm finding for myself is that there can be another way of doing things. And that way is to go after what is truly important to us. And what is truly important to us in its purest sense will be in alignment with the higher will of us, which is also, the intention of our soul, why we came in here. When we follow God, basically, not in like a religious sense, but when we follow the pulse of God, and our main priority is to stay in and be in this state of communion within ourself, with God, with Source, with ourself, with the connection that is within us and all around us. When our main priority and what we're going after is to be in that state and hear and receive where God is calling us, what God is calling us to be a servant of God. And I know that is something, that term is something that I needed to process for a while, because at the start I had some emotional reaction to that word. But when we are, even the word obedient, but when our will aligns with God's will and we are obedient to that call and that sensation, that intuition, when our main focus is to be in accordance with that, the resources, the money, the connections, the opportunities will be there to meet us. And that is how we walk through this reality in a different way. This requires us to not have attachments to our comforts, to our need for security, for our need to know what's next. This requires us to walk moment to moment in a state of communion and faith that we are resourced by following this path. And it is possible to be resourced by following this path. So many of us go after resources and we lose focus of the path, or we make the path the second priority and the resources the first priority. But if we truly want to be liberated and truly want to go on this path and walk through life in a way that is beyond what we currently see as possible. We think we have to do things the way we see things being done, like having a predictable, steady income and a home and blah, 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 all those things. Things don't have to work the way the system works. What we are is so far beyond that. And I feel like we are rewarded by taking those risks and walking in faith and being true to ourselves and what we feel and know, even though it might seem risky or it might seem unknown. We are rewarded for taking those steps because it is leading us into greater alignment with God, with our own communion and connectivity within us. And that's really why we're here. And the way life functions is so much more magical than this limited way we've found a way to make resources be predictable and steady. We have to really let go of all of it and be willing to risk all certainty in order to find the true freedom and joy and connection and love and creation that can be present within us and within our experience. And like our higher self, God, the higher aspect of us, like wants us to bring this new expression onto the earth. It wants us to bring out these new ways of being, new ways of moving, new ways of operating, new expressions, new creations, new ways of just moving through the world and interacting with one another. And we don't have to operate within that limited system. It is possible outside of it. It just requires a lot of bravery to try. I keep telling myself, I'm just gonna fuck around and find out. See what happens. And you kind of need that attitude, and you need that trust within yourself and within your connection within yourself to lead you the right way for you, and to let go of a lot of the material things. Doesn't mean you won't have what you need. You will always have what you need in the moment, even if what you need is to not have for a little bit. We just have to let go of like wanting our lives to look a certain way, and we have to let go of needing and wanting comfort so much. Because when we value comfort over our own state of communion within ourselves and with all of life, we have fallen into materialism, and we have forgotten why we really came here and what is really possible. So may this awareness percolate within your awareness, and I hope it serves you.